Okay, it's time to head into the round 4 match for the IDC31 Duel Masters tournament, and this round we drew Hymne as an opponent. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Hymne's another great player who's done really well in the IDC circuit in the past, and unlike our previous opponent, I really don't know what Hymne will be playing. It looks like they play a bunch of different decks in the circuit, so a lot of mid-rangey stuff. Maybe we'll see something like that. Let's jump on into the game and see how it goes. Okay, Magma Dragon, Jigalzor, cool alternate art going into mana. Nice, could be a mid-range deck. Okay. Thank goodness we drew a 2-drop. This would have been a weird hand to navigate otherwise. Yeah, Surfer down. Would be nice to play Bronze Arm on 3, but we'll see how it goes. Holy awe, Jigalzor. Okay, we have a Jigalzor 2. We don't need the fire mana yet, though, and we only have one soul swap in the deck, so I am going to be keeping it in my hand for the time being. Wish I could play ramp this game, but it looks like we're carving Quixotic into Hulkus. Which isn't bad, by any stretch of the imagination. Wow, mana screwed. It looks like... as a mid-range deck, Searing Wave might actually be useful. Obviously I don't want to put Jigalzor down preemptively. I definitely want to keep Unicorn Fish because it's looking like my only play for next turn. Spiral Gate would only be better if we could Spiral Gate in 2, which like maybe is a thing we can do if we draw really well, but I think we just go for... I don't know, I could put Wave down and leave that possibility open. Or put Wave down, Hulkus, next turn Fish, the turn after that Spiral Gate and a 2-drop instead of Searing Wave, which is potentially going to be better depending on what Hymne is playing here. Yeah, I think let's do that. I think given that Hymne had such a weak start, we probably don't need Wave. This decision could come back to bite me in the future, though. That's another good 5. Oh no, did we get a shield trigger already? If we did, it looks like it was soul swap. So yeah, here's hoping we only see one creature from Hymne this turn. Magris? Yeah. Now the problem with this, obviously, is that taking this line does in fact get us Searing Waves next turn pretty efficiently. But then we still have Earth Stomp and Jigalzor to ask some pretty pertinent questions of Hymne. Could put the Quixotic down here, but I think I'm going to lean towards putting Spiral Gate down and just playing Unicorn Fish. I think it's the better line if we're going to Earth Stomp next turn, probably. Unless there's a world where I need to bounce next turn too instead of Earth Stomping, but I think Earth Stomp is always just happening. Now, if Searing Wave happens here, Hymne will be down to 1 shield and have 0 things on board, so maybe it's worth playing a 2 and a 3 instead of Earth Stomp if we do draw a 3, or another 2, to just put lethal on the board. Of course, Hymne not having Searing Wave is an absolute huge win here. Man. Spoiled for choice here. I could go redundant lethal with Hyper Sprint Warrior. I think Earth Stomp is better. I could put Jigalzor down. Hyper Sprint Warrior is better. I could put Quixotic down. Jigalzor could still be good if I hit first Shield Holy Awe here. And then we still have Hyper Sprint Warrior to fall back on, so I'll keep them both. Yeah, they both could still be good somehow. Play around fire removal? I don't really think it's in the deck, so I'm just gonna... fine. Maybe attack order is wrong. Okay. Lost the die roll, but we found our 2-drop. Sky Sword, huh? Okay. I guess I'll just draw. This is rough, man. This is a rough hand for mana. I guess I have to Bronze Arm down, right? I have to Bronze Arm and hope that I draw one of my Mono Fire cards to give myself the best chance at an actual good curve. If I play Surfer down, I have like only Quixotic and Essence Elf I could draw to get a turn 2 play, and it's a worse turn 2 play. I might be starting this game on turn 3, and it's a shame that I'm putting Bronze Arm down if that's the case. But, you know, sometimes you don't hit your 2-drop. We've just been pretty lucky so far to be hitting it most games. I still drew a 2. We're just literally flooded with water right now. If I don't draw mana for my Gaunt, I'm gonna have to Spiral Gate that, I think, just to keep the tempo. That sucks. Okay, charge Surfer and Spiral Gate. Put him back. I could have put Ganta down turn 1 to hope to draw literally just another Ganta or any other 2. That was probably worse odds, yeah. Yeah, as hoped, he was unable to really follow that up. So he can play Ganta and something else next turn. Hulkus will threaten to attack over Bronze Arm. Yeah. I still want to draw a fire mana next turn, or off the Hulkus, or maybe off the shield if Hymne does break, which I don't think is really going to happen. I put Quixotic down, then I sometimes don't have a play next turn, except for I could have put Quixotic down and just like said, okay, I'll Hulkus next turn. But I couldn't put one of the Gantas down, which is sad because then I could only play Quixotic. Maybe that was right though, put Ganta down and only play Quixotic, and yeah, maybe that's right. But like these draws are not helping me out too much here. Sky Sword. Okay, so now we don't know what's in Hymne's hand. The Ganta has been replayed. Okay, I guess I can Stained Glass, and if Chigalzor happens, I have like a line. Yeah, this is not going to be a fast victory if it is a victory. That much is obvious. Yeah, maybe it was put Ganta down last turn and just play Quixotic, but I still wouldn't be attacking here, and I still wouldn't have an amazing play this turn outside of just Glass. Noise. Send Ganta flying again. Ooh. Kolan the Oracle. A lot of people don't like that card, but it's pretty solid sometimes. Aqua Surfer. What are we bouncing? Not Kolan. Bouncing just Ganta then, so we can trade. Ganta and one other card in hand. I am kind of feeling like not playing mana here and just using the opportunity to play 2 Quixotics, which is a little weird, a little funky, but I think it's what I'm gonna do. And then I think I'm gonna attack Sky Sword with Surfer, and then attack with Hulkus, break 1 shield, I think, or maybe we just starve Hymne for cards one more turn. Ganta and one other. What could it be? Chigalzor? Maybe I do not break yet. I think I don't break yet. Yeah, I think I don't break yet. I'm not really pressuring enough. There's technically like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for lethal, but yeah, Sky Sword's gonna prevent that. Ooh, Sky Sword mills nature mana, so Ganta is playable. That's actually pretty brutal. The Quixotics aren't enough to pressure here, because Hymne can always just opt not to play a creature next turn and take 2 favorables with Sky Sword and Ganta. So we're looking at a situation where we probably both just build up our boards until one of us starts attacking, and Hymne probably wins that exchange, unless I get another really lucky shield trigger. I don't think I have much I can really do about it. Maybe Hymne will attack prematurely or something. don't really want to give up my swap or Bombat. I can always like swap something out for Surfer if I need to. Bombat is just quite good in general. I'm guessing it'll be Initiate or maybe Lightbringer. Something that I don't have in my deck. Yeah, it's Initiate. Sky Sword is now 6,000 power. Whew, that's big. Searing Wave is one turn late to be playable. Yeah, this is problematic. Could swap down and just throw out a Bombat and pass. Hope my opponent doesn't have a shield trigger, or hope that I hope that my opponent doesn't have a speed attacker, and if they have a speed attacker, that I have a shield trigger. Only other option is like soul swap out something. I mean, like we could remove the Initiate and get a Kook out there and set up for Searing Wave, but that's like, that seems pretty bad, right? Pretty bad. It can't be right, I don't think. Jeez. But I don't need to keep Wave, really. My opponent doesn't even have enough cards in hand to play enough creatures for it to be good. Yeah, if I swap out into Kook, it's obviously going to be Wave next turn. Hymne's just going to break all my shields, and I'm not going to be able to attack over things with Quixotic, and I will probably lose. I think I put Wave down. I think I play Bombat. You know what? No, I'm going to play Swap Down and just hope that Hymne's play is inexplicably like double Quixotic. And then we can actually Wave for value next turn. It's super, super unlikely. But looking at the mana and the boards, Swap is not doing a ton for me next turn. And yeah, Jigalzor is likely going to kill me here unless this is Aqua Surfer or Spiral Gate. So if Jigalzor swings, I just need like double Surfer or double Spiral Gate to bounce Kolan and Ganta, because I can't target Petrova. But we will see. We do not get it. Alright, moving on to game 3. But hey, at least we get to be on the play for the first time. Alright. I am liking the look of Quixotic into Glass. I'm also liking keeping Bronze Arm Tribe if we're allowed to. Like if we draw another nature card, it'd be cool to go Quixotic into Glass into turn 4 Bronze Arm into turn 5 Jigalzor. We'll see. We'll just start this off by putting Spiral Gate in mana, because it's the only card I didn't just mention that I would really like to play from my hand. Coccolupia. With the alt art that I don't have, maybe I should have the image pack for that or something. That's funny. Okay, it's looking like we're just gonna have to put Bronze Arm Tribe down to play Quixotic this turn. So yeah, last game, Balan was the answer to my Stained Glass. This game, it's too expensive. Well, it's Surfer down Glass, and I guess we attack. I think attacking is good. Nice. Will Stained Glass have value here? Will my opponent just not play a creature and trade with Kook Balan? No, we do see the Bronze Arm Tribe, so now no good trades. Nice. So it's honestly a little bit interesting. I'm thinking, I don't even know if we saw Searing Wave last game, but I assume it's in the deck. Maybe it's not, and it's just like Sky Swords. It's got to be somewhere. But the obvious play to me seems like putting Bronze Arm down, playing Unicorn Fish this turn, getting that full clear, putting my opponent super far behind. If they don't have Wave, there's like virtually no way to come back. And then if there is Wave, at least we have Aqua Hulkus and Jigalzor still to refill the board. Our opponent will be as 2 shields, ideally. Guess we just not play Bronze Arm this game. It's kind of strange, but hey, here we are. Did we hit Aqua Surfer? That could equalize things. Soul Swap. Okay, we just played Unicorn Fish. So that'll be it. That tells me there is no Searing Wave, because that would have been a pointless Soul Swap if Searing Wave was in hand. So maybe they top decked it, but I think it's more likely that we don't see Searing Wave. But getting Bronze Arm here is actually pretty sick. We finally did get to play a Bronze Arm, and we actually got Fire Mana, so Jigalzor is playable next turn, which is quite nice. And if Sky Sword comes down, it'll actually get to double break. Yeah. Should I still be scared of Wave? Like, let's say we don't win this turn. What am I going to want next turn? Hulkus or Locust? Probably just Hulkus. I'll put Locust down. Okay, and we win 2-1 off the back of Jigalzor. Nice. Okay, that feels great. 4-0 in IDC31. And we're going to be up against X-Boom round 5 as the only other 4-0 player. Our tiebreaker should be really good after Claude and Hymne. So, I mean, even if things fall apart right after this round, which I really hope they don't, but even if we go 4-2, which is the worst we could possibly do now, I think our tiebreakers will probably be good enough to take us into the top 8. And I think having only dropped 1 game so far to Hymne, a score of 8-1 is also good for tiebreaker 3 in games. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed round 4. I'll be back with round 5 soon. Thanks for watching.